A burrito is already cheap, I get it. But can we make the best, most gourmet burrito for this price per serving? But we're not just talking beans and rice and that's it. That is but cheaper. Okay, hang on, I know that we do the intros usually over there, but really quick, I'm excited to announce today's sponsor and partner, Betterhelp.
Why is that, Josh? What is that?
Coming from the restaurant industry, where mental health is kind of not really looked at, and it's not something that I talk about a lot, but I still think it's important. So if there's ever a moment in your life where you're just kind of stressed out or something's bringing you down, Betterhelp is here to help. I know, right? It's in the name. Isn't that just handy dandy? It's not a crisis line, it's not a self-help line, it's professional counseling done securely online. And you can start communicating with a counselor within 48 hours. It's available worldwide. The whole point is to make it easier for people to be mentally strong. You're doing your reps, you're doing your I've been working out, by the way. Bad time to flex that. The point is, go to the description, click the link, and visit betterhelp.com today. You get 10% off by clicking my link. Papa and Betterhelp, geese. You go to the freezer section, it's like $1, $2, maybe $2.50 per burrito. I wanna see if we can get it to that price, and I think that we can, but there's a couple things we need to do. We need to leverage flavor and technique, as usual, to make the best version of a cheap burrito that we can, and yes, we're making our own tortillas, obviously. Why would we not? Have we ever not made our own tortillas? Don't answer that question. Stop smiling, Vikram. Don't answer the question. Now, with all that said, let's make this, shall we? Righto. So the most important components for a proper burrito is, well, actually everything. So to maximize each while keeping the price low, we're making them all from scratch, including the tortillas. And don't be a little pants-wearing baby and just make the frickin' tortillas. You got this, okay? Papa's got you. Also, I'm tired of it. No more excuses. Please allow yourself to experience life. Now, for these tortillas, I've made them a few times on here already, so here's a quick refresher. In a medium-sized bowl, you're gonna add 2 cups or 300 grams of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon or 2 grams of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of fine sea salt. Give that some whiskey business. Ooh, yeah. Now, in a container, we have 3/4 of a cup or 180 milliliters of warm water. To that, you're gonna add a 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of vegetable oil, then just pour in your oily water into your flour mixture and mix together. As soon as you get a shaggy dough, turn it onto a work surface and knead it for about 2 minutes or until you get a smooth, extensible dough. Wrap that brother in plastic wrap and let it rest for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Granted, it's okay if it goes over a little bit. Now, while your dough is resting, we can get the rest of our elements done. For the rice, you know how Papa likes it. For this, you'll need 1 cup or 200 grams of medium grain rice. And guess what? Wash your goddamn rice. Wash it. Don't ask any more questions. Thank you. So place it in a colander, then into a bowl, fill it up with water so the rice is completely submerged. Agitate the rice till the water is starchy, drain, and repeat 1 to 2 more times. Place it into a proper rice cooker, link in the description, along with 1 cup or 240 milliliters of water. Close the rice cooker and get it, well, cooking. Once it's done, you'll then add salt to taste, 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of unsalted butter. Give that a stir until the butter is completely melted and thoroughly coats all the rice. Then add a 1/4 cup or 15 grams of finely chopped cilantro and the juice of 1 lime. Then just give that a nice stir until everything is combined, adjust the salt levels, and that is your rice. Next, let's talk chicky. Get 2 pounds or 900 grams of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Place those into a bowl, then add 2 tablespoons or 28 grams of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of onion powder, 1 tablespoon or 8 grams of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons or 6 grams of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon or 8 grams of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of fresh ground black pepper. Fresh ground. None of that pre-ground stuff, please. Because if you do, Papa, no geese or hug or anything. And optionally, the liquid from half a can of chipotle chilies in adobo. Really, you just want the liquid, you don't want the solids. Now toss all that together until everything is evenly coated with the spice mixture. Then in a large skillet, over medium-high, heat just enough vegetable oil to coat the bottom of the pan, about 2 tablespoons. Then once that's hot, Papa, add your chicken in batches to avoid overcrowding and just let that sear for 2 to 3 minutes. Give it a flip, and you should have a beautifully seared piece of chicken with some light char. This is also even better if you can grill it. Let it sear on the other side for 1 to 2 more minutes, then place on a small baking sheet. Yes, the interior is still raw, just here, hang on. Repeat that with all of your chicken, then toss that baking sheet into an oven set to 400 Fahrenheit to finish the cooking process for 10 to 15 minutes or till the internal temperature of your chicken is 165 Fahrenheit. From there, cut your chicken into bite-sized cubes and toss in its own pan drippings for max flavor. See, you toss it in the juices it already made to add flavor, but it doesn't add any cost.
If that ain't bud cheaper, I don't know what the heck is. Now for the beans, it's real easy. In a medium saucepan, add 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of unsalted butter set over medium heat, and as soon as the butter is melted in, booble in. Add 1 sliced sweet onion, some salt and pepper to taste, 2 jalapenos, also sliced. Give that a stir to coat with the butter, then just let that cook, stirring occasionally until the vegetables begin to soften but aren't total mush. Then add 1 can of black beans, 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of hot sauce. I used Tapatio for this. Season to taste with salt, and stir until thoroughly incorporated. Then continue to cook while stirring often until everything is hot. Then in a separate cold pan, add 3 slices of bacon that have been cut into half-inch lardons, set that to medium heat, and let that cook, stirring often until it's rendered its fat and is cooked completely crisp. Remove the bacon from the fat and drain on a paper towel. Once drained, chop that with a knife until very fine. Do not wash that pan you just cooked the bacon in. I'll explain in a little bit. Anyway, add your chopped bacon to your beans. Sorry, I watched too much TikTok. Lastly, we need to worry about our vegetables. Never skip the fajita style veggies. So in that same pan we cooked the bacon in, with all that bacon fat, the fond left over, oh my lord. Now first thing, in a medium-sized bowl, add 1 red bell pepper, thinly sliced, 1 sweet onion, thinly sliced, and 2 jalapenos, also thinly sliced. Give that a toss so they're evenly mixed, then heat that pan and all the bacon fat in there back up over medium-high, and once that's hot,
Oh, so hot, like the sun in the Bahamas.
add your fajita veggies, season to taste with salt, and cook, tossing occasionally for about 3 to 5 minutes or until lightly charred and just beginning to soften. But like I said, it needs to have some body to it. We're not making baby food, we're making fajita veggies. Turn off the heat and add 2 cloves of garlic that have been very finely chopped, toss together, season to taste with salt, toss together again, and those are your garlicky fajita veggies. Back to the tortillas. Begin heating a dry, large cast iron skillet or a comal if you have one over medium-high until very, very hot. Divide your dough into 6 to 8 pieces depending on how large you want your tortillas. Gently roll each piece into a rough ball. Generously flour one of your balls and press firmly down with your palm till you get a disc. Begin rolling that until you get a disc that's a little thinner than 1/4 inch and it's about, well, a burrito-sized tortilla. Gently lay that into your very hot pan. Let it cook for 15 to 30 seconds or till it starts to get some light char and bubbles. Flip and cook for another 20 to 30 seconds or until the other side gets some char and inflates nicely. Take it off, place it on a plate tented with plastic wrap, and repeat with all of your pieces of dough. All right, we're pretty much ready for assembly, right? Wrong. Bro, can't forget about the aioli. Add 1 cup or 220 grams of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon or 8 grams of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of hot sauce, 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of lime juice, 3 cloves of garlic grated, and salt to taste. Whisk that together until thoroughly combined and lovely. For max efficiency, place that in a squirt bottle. It is time to assemble. Start off with your most beautiful tortilla, lay down a nice bed of rice, your hot beans, a generous layer of your chicken, a fatty drizzle of your faux aioli, a nice layer of your fajita vegetables, and optionally a nice little garden of fresh cilantro leaves. Oh, and of course, a generous grating of cheddar cheese should your heart desire it and you don't get farty after eating it. And look, burrito rolling is simple. Grab the sides, bring them towards the center, then grab the bottom and roll that over the filling and over your folded in sides, nice and tight, all the way up till you have a beautifully symmetrical cylinder, kind of like the ones that they suck up in a tube at the post office. Now, marveling at Papa's fat tube, I think we need to get a cross section first to make sure this is good looking. And Lord have mercy, forgive me, for on this day, I'm about to bust. And all of that for this price right here per burrito. Now let's taste test to see if the flavor is at least worth that amount of money.
Woo! It's burrito time, and this came out to a grand total of this much dollars per burrito. That's pretty good for a burrito that looks this good. I wanna just put it in both ends. Wait, no. So hang on, rewind. I wanna put it in my mouth. This is so perfectly seasoned, sauced, and flavored. You don't even need a salsa or a hot sauce. You just eat this by itself on the couch while you slowly drift away into a beautiful nap, right? You're napping about this burrito. You're dreaming about it, sleeping on it, sleeping with it. This is actually one of the greatest burritos I think we've made on this channel. I'm not even joking. Vikram, you should come over and eat this and give your 411 on this because this is busting.
Let's see what this is all about.
Burrito champ. Best burrito on the channel, yes or no?
Best burrito on the channel.
Yeah.
Best burrito I've had. That is very good. This beats the Chipotle one.
I agree. With a burrito of this stature. Oh, bye. I didn't know you were done. The point is you can have something quality, properly executed, for a good dollar amount. That's what this series is all about. Whether you want to go to the freezer aisle and grab your 40-month-old burrito with beans and cheese only, squirts hot, flavorless gunk into your mouth, that's up to you. But I'm picking this one.
You wanna know what else has Papa's hot tube in it? B-roll.
All right, we're breaking the rule again. I just want to say a quick thank you to Betterhelp for sponsoring today's video. Again, I think it's healthy for everyone to check up on themselves mentally, make sure you're healthy, so don't forget to click the link in the description, drink some water, sit back, kick back, put your legs up, you have a good day. Papa love you. Betterhelp love you too. All right, guys, and that is it. So we made our burrito. This price per serving, that's a big W if you ask me. I know everyone's gonna nitpick this and be like, oh, Josh, but I could go this store and make it, and it's only this much. Why would I say, shut up. The store that you're gonna go to is gonna come in and go out exactly the same than it went in. Is that what you want?
You're nasty.
Second off, ours has actually got the qualities of an expensive burrito. Usually pay like what, $15 for the burrito that we made today? The answer is yes. You're not going anywhere with homemade tortillas and getting a burrito less than $2, okay? So just shut the up. With all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you